look harder at what is going on around you. You're not going to come across as a seriously relevant person if you don't understand basic things that are going on. You got to understand economics, business, and politics. It impacts on everything that we do.
You learn from things that don't work. Smart people. Smart people are not people who never have a failure. They're people who make sure that they get something out of that. You know, Thomas Edison said he knew 999 ways a light bulb did not work. And yet, we have light. Cleaning formula 409, why do they call it that? The first 408 didn't work. You know, Walter Dandy, famous neurosurgeon at Johns Hopkins, many decades ago, first one to do all kinds of things. And first one to operate on the posterior fossa, that part of the cranium, very small, congested. People said the tissue will swell, the patient will die. But Dandy operated on somebody with a lesion in the posterior fossa. And the tissue did swell, and the patient did die. And another, and they died, and another, and another. The first 13 all died. I can't even imagine what he said to the 14th when they asked how the other 13 did. He probably said nobody's complaining. But you know, the thing is, he persisted, and now we're able to do posterior fossa operations quite routinely and quite safely. And that is such an important thing to keep in mind as you go through life, as you go through your career. No failure is wasted if you learn from it.
In a time where the youth relies heavily on social media as their primary source of information, what would your advice be to the youth to make sure they are staying correctly informed?
Well, I would say it's very important to utilize more than one source because without question, you know, certain portions of the media have agendas, and they attempt to use that for propaganda purposes. And if you're not careful, it's very easy to be led down a pathway. The other thing I would say is very important is to talk to people. You know, don't just deal with social media, but go out and talk to real people. You know, talk to your parents, your teachers, and your neighbors, particularly about controversial issues and subjects. And, you know, get a lot of opinions and then think these things through for yourself.